So, I got asked to upload this battle, which some actually thought was pretty good as well. Actually, to be honest, it's quite a good fight. Kind of shows the use of the Huns. This is currently in the campaign which I'm actually streaming on Twitch. I am playing as the Huns on legendary difficulty, and you see 900 versus 6,000 in this fight. So I have obviously the superior maneuverability in this fight, but there's a lot of infantry, so there's not going to be much room for me to move around. So, in this campaign, I've been under attack constantly from 20 stacks from everywhere on the map. More reinforcements coming over here as well. So, straight off, I split my force of horse archers. I'm trying to take these cavalry units to chase me off, so that I can run away and shoot them. While at the same time I'm trying to dodge these hurlers and these two Germanic hurlers, sorry, and a hunter, sorry. So an archer unit and a slinger unit. So the range is pretty good, but I can outmaneuver it. And that's the enemy general right there. So I'm already starting to shoot this guy, but I think he gets away if I remember correctly. This is actually quite late last night. But the good thing, like I said, the maneuverability means even if they get that close, I can just run away. Plus, the good thing is they haven't really got that many. I don't think almost any of these units have javelins. Actually, the spear ones don't. But I think there's a few over here which do. Yeah, there's quite a few sword units over here which have javelins. So luckily this army was a bit damaged. This was another 20 stack though. Yeah, it was a bit tricky. You see, there's not much room left now on the map, but so I'm keeping my lancers up here to start with, while I'm just trying to get these cavalry units to sort of chase me. But the AI is doing really well, just keeping them back. So I was tempted to charge into that, but then I thought, you know, I'm probably going to get stuck. And I saw his general, and I thought, okay, I'm going to start shooting his general. So I'm trying to use this unit to scare that hunter off and the slingers off while I'm shooting the general. Killing the general in these sort of battles are vital, really. So now there's a cavalry unit chasing me off. So the javelin throw from this guy does do a bit of damage. That's the thing. It's such a fast unit as well. It's got 142 speeds. It's always going to catch me. So I put on my speed of 150 now. And I think I forget to move them up because I'm making sure nothing else is being attacked. Because I haven't got I actually don't have a mini map in this on legendary, so I don't really know what's happening. I want to keep looking up everywhere, and as soon as I do that, I actually end up losing one unit. So that was a huge mistake. It's a really strong silver chevron unit as well. So unfortunately, I lose it by foot. I just think, you know, if I pull it out, it's going to die anyway. So I just leave it in there and use it just to try and kill this cavalry unit. And luckily another one's chasing me as well, so I hit that from the side of a Hunnic Lancer charge. And I try and get these guys to stop shooting as well, because I don't want to do any friendly fire. So, not a great trade to start with, losing a Hunnic Horse Archer like that. However, I did take out 2 units now. So that's one mistake in this fight so far. It's losing that horse archer. I should have been able to get out of there a bit quicker. But that one starts routing now as well. It's balance of power. There you go. 5,917 to be precise. My 900 is now reduced to 833. So they send 2 more cavalry units. So this is good. And you see the AI slowly pushing up with all its spear infantry, so there's no way in hell I can just come down here and charge into these, not with legendary buffs anyway. If it was normal, then I might just be able to charge into these units and break them, but not what the buff legendary has. Keeping their general safe at all times. Luckily I've got a nice hill up here, so I can sort of keep pushing up. And then the javelin throw, I think it catches 2. think they're shooting this unit back here, which is almost pretty much done. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're bringing it down. So like I said, in this campaign, I'm being attacked constantly. I think there's extremely few turns where if I'm actually lucky enough to not get attacked. So what I do here is I try and see which unit it's going for, and I try and like get rear shots in it. So I'm splitting up my horse archers, bringing them back, just trying to finish this unit off. It's not routing. I hit finally routes. I turn fire wheel off. However, they always do an extra volley for some reason. Luckily, I didn't do it there because I turned it off just before that final shot that I went off. So I have to keep moving back now. As you see, there's not that much room. You can say that's quite a lot of room here and here, which it is. But I mean, there's so many units still left. The good thing is they didn't have much cavalry, which is what makes the advantage towards me in maneuverability. However, for some reason I've noticed legendary AI never gets tired, so they can just chase you constantly in this campaign. Or in Attila, in any sort of Attila campaign, I've noticed that. I don't even know if they. I mean, I don't know if these guys. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're not tired. I'm surprised that you've been doing that, because every time I check units, they just never do that when I'm on the campaign. But they just chase you constantly, and they always catch up with you, and it's just insane. Especially these Germanic hurlers and the hunters, which I think they're resistant to fatigue, isn't it, or something? Yeah, they are. But I mean, you'll see. I think I don't know if it's of these two or in some other games. If you guys are watching my campaign, you notice that these the units just chase after me. They always catch me, especially the ranged ones. So I could be over here and I can get down there, and then literally they'll like get here like before I even get down there. It's insane. It's crazy. So anyway, but at this moment in time, there's just so many units left. So I'm trying to think about what can I do. I mean, I'm trying to get the generals, because if I get the generals, I can normally rout most of the enemy units quite easily with the scare effect of my Huns and the whistling of flaming shot stack, which has saved me many times on this campaign from just being completely outnumbered all the time. But I mean, people can say that, oh, okay, it's such an easy tactic to do, just kiting and just going in there, stacking the morale debuffs and all that, and then charging. It's easy to do when there isn't an AI with legendary buffs and when there isn't 6,000 guys on the map. But I mean, you'll see some fights will just be extremely easy, but it's fights like this, especially also when there's 220 stacks, which just make it so difficult, especially when they keep the generals tucked in behind the enemy line, their infantry. It gets really difficult to get stuck in there. I mean, I'm just moving down there, and they're not even that far away. They're still like right next to me. So I'm trying to get rid of these two units. Luckily they're weakened, and I've only got the two horse archers around here. But I mean, at least I'm doing some damage to this. But I noticed there's a general unit right there. It's just completely out in the open. So I think that's my chance. But I'm trying to get rid of these units first. I don't know if I've actually noticed that just yet. So when I'm focusing one area, I make sure these guys are far back enough to get away. But I noticed that, okay, he's actually going to catch me here. So I'm just going. All right, you know what? I'm just going to turn back. There you go, and I'm going to charge him. Unfortunately, I do get a few shots in there, which I don't want to do, and I pull back 2 units here to charge him as well. Another thing, yes, I put those in melee as well, just to get rid of them instead of shooting. Another really bad thing about my campaign is I've got this Vandal spy, and it has been utterly destroying my generals every single turn. I actually don't have any like family member generals left. I've got like a regency in my campaign. They've all just been killed by this Vandal spy, and I can't counter it because I haven't got the building to get the spies. And the amount of damage it's done to me is now like a level 10 spy, so I've got like literally nothing I can do to get rid of it. So I finally got rid of that one. Once I see the white flag, I just pull my units out. The annoying thing also about this game is how, when I'm telling units to get out, I don't understand why CA kind of force you that when units collide they just have to fight. I'd rather they just pulled out. But I mean, yeah, I guess if they do hit you. But I mean, I've got cavalry. I mean, I can just run away from them. That's the annoying thing. So you'll notice that happens actually over here at one point, and actually lose a unit due to it. So there's another cavalry unit here. I think this is the Hunnic horse archers which they head, and I've started shooting it with my. Obviously, I've got a much larger Hunnic horse archer cavalry force on this side, and I'm just absolutely decimating this unit. Remember, flaming shot has a bonus against cavalry of 10. That's why you see me using it. It's also got a pretty good base damage. So as you see, there's still ranged here. I'm trying to dodge it. I think I lost a couple maybe there. So even though these are pretty injured, they've still got a fair amount of ammo and damage they can do to my cavalry. Especially my Hunnic horse archers. I mean, I've got 20 armor, but I mean that's not really that good. So I'm just scaring those off. So I'm rearranging my army. So there was a good opportunity for me here when the general was out in the open. I don't actually know where it's gone now. Oh, there it is. I think it's pretty injured though. So that's one. There's another general there. So I think there's 2 generals in this battle. I think there was I think there was actually a garrison force in here as well. Because this fight is also my tributary state, which turned on me as soon as these 220 stacks attacked me. They decided they were going to join the fight, which I believe is the weaker army, the one that's weakened here, because they headlight. I don't know what it was. They weren't replenishing their units properly. Which is handy. It's just definitely handy. If they had a full units, then there'd be over 6,000 units in this map. Units, sorry, 6,000 men against me. So as you see, every time I'm micromanaging someplace, I always end up getting a few shots into me by these Germanic hurlers or hunters. So he's shooting my general, which is a good shot by the hunters, but I mean they couldn't really get another volley off. I did move. So as you see, there's really not much room for me to go. I can't do this and go around that way because I'll just get cut off. So this is when I'm just like, oh my god, I've got nowhere to go with this army. So I'm just truly running through this middle, just just trying to get my speed up there. So I see this one unit quite weak, so I get my my guys just to cavalry charge that. I get a nice charge into it. It should rout soon, but you see that these infantry units are just charging towards me. But the thing is, the thing that saves me quite often as well is that the AI gets scared of my cavalry and they try to go into defensive testudo when they see there's a lot of cavalry units nearby. So the horse archers I use rapid advance, and they've got them out. Those are my Hunnic class, which I should get out as well. So I have to actually resort to a few units, just pushing back these enemy units, putting them to shield wall to stop them closing the gap. There is a scout equite, but I don't think it actually engages me, which is lucky. So I had to really sort of do a lot of movement there into sort of breaking these guys up from charging into me. I did rout another unit there, which is good for me. So obviously when I was doing that, I moved those units up there, and basically the lancers that you saw over this side, I moved them in the middle to meet up with my other guys, and I ran straight up the middle there. And they're still chasing me, as you see. They're still, look at these guys. They're just not really that tired. But it looks like they're only on active state. I mean, they've been running the entire time. Some are fresh even. It's just ridiculous. I like how I can actually see it now, because on Legendary you can't actually see which units are tired or anything. There's like no stats. So this one is actually exhausted, which is interesting. So it looks like they do get exhausted. But now you can see there's units everywhere on this map. It is quite a long fight though, guys. So I'm just going to say that now. So luckily this unit is chasing after me. It's just good, because if that pins me down in a place, that could actually just be dire towards one of my units. So only cavalry unit they've got left now is the general unit, which is good, because if I can get that to chase after me, I can almost just kill it. So I send my lancer down. I thought, you know what, it's just a scout equite. Not many men left in it. My Hunnic lancers will absolutely decimate this unit, and I was right. They do. They just destroy it. So I do that and I pull back out. The good thing about in the cavalry fights is you normally get out pretty easily from them. It's normally the infantry fights which aren't very good. So down here I'm like, you know what? These units are quite isolated. I'm going to try my best. So I'm trying to keep that unit away. And I was thinking, you know what? Maybe I can get in there. So I start using whistling and flaming shot combo. And I'm just like, okay, let's do this. So I just try and get in there as quickly as possible. So I charge that one. I charge that one in the back. Not very good charge going uphill. Charge downhill. And I'm just like, okay, I need to now keep these sword units and these spear units out of here. And I was really worried about these spear units because I see them running up now. And I'm thinking, oh my god, this needs to break quickly, and luckily they do. These three were isolated, and I have actually managed to break them. So I'm trying to keep these guys from coming out anywhere near me with my Hunnic Horse Archers, just, you know, getting them to go into that formation every time I get close to them. So that one did almost catch me here if I didn't start, you know, scaling that one off as well. A lot of micromanaging going on. Pulling my units out in the directions which I sent them in does help more. Unfortunately, that one took a lot longer, and I did take quite a few casualties in that. I could have probably actually got rid of that unit if I discharged it from this and that side. But I was just really worried about this. I was just saying, come on, you've got to route, you have to route now. And I was getting really worried. So you can see the rest of the armies are just, these ones are just coming and closing in. And actually, yeah, here you go. I do go for it, and it looks like I've actually routed it. Well, not yet. It should route. It's wavering. Unfortunately, this one it stopped wavering. I was like, oh my god, I think I've just lost a Hunnic Lancer unit. And morale's down to 26. This is down to 26 as well. So I rear charge it, and I mean it's not a very good charge, but any sort of charge in the back is going to be saying it's being attacked from the rear, and that's going to cause it quite a big morale loss. And now it's losing slightly, and so that's going to have a morale loss as well as a 4 morale, and it's wavering. So I'm just making sure these guys are concentrating on some other units, constantly micromanaging these guys here. So I finally do that, and I do break them, and pulling out is pretty decent for me. I mean, I think that unit actually survived in the top corner here, but it's better than doing nothing. My unit has taken a lot of casualties though. That's half the unit being killed. So you can see the how many units I've got lost there. You see, I was getting pushed up there, and I pulled all my guys back over this side as well. I mean, it's good having your army together because you're a bit more protected, but in fact, in situations like this, it's normally better to split up your army, and I think you'll see that happen later on in this battle. It's just so difficult when there's so many units. I mean, you see there's lots of room, but you saw like when I came down here, the units of enemy infantry were already so close to me, and I had to like come back here and then push up the middle. So it's pretty difficult. So I'm just thinking, you know what, I need to really do something here. I probably could have isolated that unit there, but I think I'm just telling my guys just to run away. I really should have isolated that and just taken it out. Just with the 2 Hunnic Lancers would be good enough. Go one from behind and one from the front, and it'd probably rout. So I'm just trying to regroup and assess the situation. So I've got rid of a few units now. So as always, the legendary AI, they chase you and then they regroup and then they chase you again, which is kind of interesting. But I mean, yeah, it's a bit ridiculous in a way. But you know, AI can't be perfect. You can't have AI understanding horse movements as well as a human would. But again, look, this general is just out in the open. So I feel like it's trying to bait me in. But if my cavalry was a lot faster, I mean, the thing about my horse archers, they've got really nice speed, and I can always get these guys into places I want them to go, but then I can't catch up with my Hunnic Horse Lancers, which is quite a big issue for me, since these guys do a lot more damage on the charge than my horse archers. So like I said, every time I'm charging in, I am losing men, and it's kind of like just a war of attrition right now in this fight. Just trying to isolate units, and there you go. Like I said, I mean, I'm using base. I probably could have gone a bit further down there, which I think I might actually end up doing. Yeah, there you go. I start putting them back down to get out of range. But like, there's just so many units, and the range units always catch up with me and start shooting me. I mean, just even one unit of getting 4 kills on me, that is just really painful for my army. It's I mean, I need to make every single soldier here count in my army. So I was trying to go for it in my Hunnic Horse Archers, but that is just ridiculous. If I got stuck there, I just would have lost it. And there's a Germanic hunter and a hurler, and it would that's the hurler and that's the hunter. That would really do some damage to me. So I mean, I probably could have taken this out. I think I'm actually tempted to do it with my whistling and aiming shot. Yep, here you go. So I'll try and take that out. A really nice charge on it. But then again, they're only horse archers, so I'm just like, oh god, they're not actually wavering. Did I use it correctly? I mean, down to 13 around, they're not wavering, and they go up to 25. I'm just like, oh god, I made a mistake. and then the actual effects of my whistling a flaming shot cancel out, and then morale increases. And I'm like, oh no, I've actually lost my units there. So I'm just like, there's nothing I can do. They've got brace on as well, so they've got a bonus against cavalry. I think that's brace, isn't it? That ability there. Yeah, we can see now if I go to that. Yeah, they've got brace. So I'm just like, oh god, I'm getting absolutely destroyed, and 2 armies enclosing on him right now. And I'm just like, okay, you know what? I made a huge mistake. I was getting a bit greedy. I tried to just scare off those units then. Actually, from micromanaging up here, I've just charged into a spear wall there, and I've lost a few units, as you see. So I do pull out one unit, the unit that I charged in second, I think, or whatever unit was had most men outside. I'm just saying, you know, if I charge that out, they're going to die so quickly. So I'll just leave them in there, do as much damage as possible, maybe waste some ammunition they've got. So this unit is now instantly just going to die after like a couple of seconds of fighting in there once my army pulls out. So that's another mistake I made. And you go, it's wavering already. It's wavering, and it's got how many men? It's got half its unit left, and they break. They did some damage though, but that was me being a bit greedy, trying to take out a infantry unit I thought was weakened enough for me to take out, and I really should have taken it out, but that was a huge mistake by me. I mean, that was one whole unit of Hunnic horse archers I could have used, and look at that, absolutely destroyed me. And there they are. There's how many's left? There's 3 left as well. So from 30, when they routed, they went left out with 3. So I'm just like getting really angry with myself here. I'm just like, oh Freddy, what are you doing? You need to concentrate more. Don't get greedy. Just take your time. But you see the timer is going down, so it's already gone down quite quickly here. I mean, during this fight, it was pretty tense, and it was definitely a bit of an issue. I don't know what happened here. I think I was reading the Twitch chat, and I was like, oh my god, I'm about to get attacked. So I pulled back, luckily because of the speed of my units, and they did just refresh as well, almost all of them. From doing that, luckily there's no javelin throws going in. I mean, I think the javelin units are more over here. When I say javelin units, I mean the pillar throw, the dart throw. They've got like 3 ammunition. They can do a lot of damage with those. So I've still got a pretty good army left. I mean, people have been telling me to use my ammunition, but I mean, there's just no way I could use my ammunition to weaken down these units. It would just be suicide to waste my ammo on that. I'm just keeping it. I'm just trying to use the least amount of ammo and just use flaming and whistling shot just to wear them down. So 2 generals left still, and it's just me running around in circles, really trying to get to the generals, or just trying to isolate units. I'm just thinking, oh, do I think I can win this or not? And at this point, I'm just thinking like, oh god, I do not actually think I can win this. So I'm just using this, you know, to push the enemy back or stop them in place, because this is my weakest Hunnic horse lancer. So I thought, okay, if this one dies, at least that's not so bad because it's already injured. And I see that, and I think, you know what, maybe I should just get out of there. It's all any sort of. I've been doing fights with lancer units with like 12 men in them and then winning. So I was just thinking, you know, every unit does count in this fight. So I'm bringing it back now. As you can see, the ones that refreshed down there, and these guys are only like winded or something. It's or active even. And just moving up a little bit. My guys are tired. I'm very tired. So I think at this point I actually decided to split my army a bit. So I take 3 horse archers on this side, and horse archers are pretty strong actually. Actually, they're really strong. If I can get some units caught off guard, I can put the whistling flaming shot on, then all charge them at the same time. It normally breaks a unit. Remember, these aren't exactly very strong infantry units here. They're only tier 1, so their morale isn't the best, especially when their general does die. So I'm trying my best to get to the enemy generals all the time, and trying to now break up the enemy army a bit. There's still a lot left. Here's the balance bar. 684 men left to defeat 5,214. So the good thing about having maneuverability is that I can move and I can stop and rest a little bit. Every second I stop it's going to at least let me rest a little bit. But this unit is just chasing like crazy. I just can't afford him to shoot me. I mean, I could have probably, I wish I had the drawing abilities, probably come down and charged him, but It's a bit risky as well, because if I go in there, the Germanic herd is going to start shooting me, and they actually do quite a bit of damage. I'm 9 kills. What are these guys on? They're on 11. Yeah, so all that does hurt. So over here, I'm like, you know what, I need to get his general. So I split those guys up, didn't I? I put them in this gap, and I'm just thinking, you know, I'm getting some free shots on this general. I can afford to lose a few men in this unit, just to try and do as much damage to that unit as I possibly can. I was using this to try and keep all those units back, and I just thought, you know what, actually this is a bit too risky. So I start putting back. This unit I pulled back as well. And actually I think I did get his general to chase me when I did that, so I did pull it off. And I'm just trying to, like, you know what, I need to keep his general chasing me. If I run away too quickly right now, his general won't come and chase me. The good thing is that he's in wedge or diamond, you could say, and in that his acceleration is reduced. However, once he goes back into that non-loose formation, he just gains so much speed, and I'm just like, oh my god, he's actually caught one of my units, and I'm just like, that's another unit I'm going to lose. But I'm just thinking, you know, I cannot lose another unit. I need them to carry on, so I'm just pulling them out. And the thing that when a cavalry does charge you, you can pull out your units somewhat easier than when you charge an enemy infantry. So I'm just pulling out, getting some shots into him, trying to distract him with these units. So that unit needs to come closer as well. I'm getting shot. There you go. That's another one there. And this unit is just running for its life, and it's got 150 speed, but it's still being caught by this unit with a speed of 69. But then again, so every time I'm moving, I don't have the skirmish mode on, so I don't trust skirmish mode. So I have to keep pulling it away all the time. It's now got it's got 69 speed, and it's catching me with 105 speed. I was just like, what the hell? But I mean, I'm exhausted, so I lose like 50% of my my speed, I guess. So that's why. But I was thinking, you know what? Even if I do lose this unit, at least I've got their general. So I'm just shooting at the general as much as possible here, and I'm just thinking, oh my god, the general is not dying quick enough. I'm just doing everything I possibly can, getting some rear shots now. Now he starts dying when I'm doing all that. So I was just like, oh my god, finally. This unit does pull away eventually, far enough. And getting a bunch of shots around here. There you go, flaming shots straight into the sides. Just now I'm destroying this unit, so I can pull this unit back, get some shots in the front even. And that's when the enemy general has been killed. I turn the fight reel off, and I just charge them in anyway. I think, yeah, there you go, just to finish that whole unit off, even though it is fully routed. But killing general units actually gives a lot more XP to your men that kill them. And look at that, but as soon as the general unit is dead, I suddenly see, oh look, that unit is now wavering. Is it possible for me to use flaming and whistling combo with the scare effect of my horses to actually rout these units now? Because once I do that, they do get quite, you see there, 22 morale? It's not very much, is it? These ones here on 4 morale, and it's just like, thing is, I can't see these stats when I'm playing the game, so it's all about really just testing and seeing what happens. And you see, I'm trying to hit as many as I possibly can. I've got caught about 3 or 2. You can see here, these units are wavering. I can actually see what their morale is. Down to 7 morale, and this one is apparently on 1 morale. But it's just not enough to get rid of them, because they've got such a huge power balance in their favour that even with that such small morale, they can still just keep chasing me. So I'm thinking, you know what, I can't waste ammo on this. But I mean, I am running low on ammo now. You can see the blue bars show the ammo counts. I mean, this is on 6, so, well, that's on 14, and that's on 19, which isn't bad. These guys are on 24 and 22. So I used the wrong units here actually to charge into this unit. I actually used my Hunnic archers, but it's because I'm doing a lot of micromanaging. I'm just getting a bit well, you cannot say confused. I mean, that one does rout in the end because I've got the scare effect. So it's obviously now it's so much easier to rout units. That one officially routs by itself. Another unit over there routes. So the smaller, weaker units are now routing, which clears up the map so much more for me. And just routing all those helps so much. And look at that. I think I actually get caught here a little bit. Yeah, there you go. I'm just like, oh my god, I've just got caught again. But I do pull out. I mean, I lose a few men, and that unit I'm just going to charge into his back now. He's got a morale debuff as well, and I'm going to rear charge it. What was I going to try to do? Well, not very nice charge here at all, but he's wavering. It did get attacked in the rear here, so charging in the back should help a lot. And I charge over here with my general, I think. And it's a rear charge. I had my general up here, and I charge in the back, and I'm charging up now here to get a charge into them with my Hunnic horse archers. I start shooting that unit there, and I'm going to try and pull my weaker units, Hunnic horse archers, into there. Whistling and flaming again goes in. Wavering instantly now, leads to wavering as well. So It's so much easier for me to rip apart this army now. As you see, these huge groups of spears just routing. And they're wavering as well. Every time so now when I shoot them, they waver, but there's so much left that honestly I can't afford to use that much ammunition. So there you go, it's all that. Another really annoying thing about this fight is I can't just go around and killing all these men running away. I mean, I wish I could. So I'm trying to actually send some units around here and kind of maybe try and cut off some of these routing units. Just get a charge in there, because even when you charge a routing unit, if the soldier gets knocked over, they pretty much just get killed. So look at the time. I mean, this is a long fight, guys. Long fight. So yeah, I'm moving up again in that corner. I mean, I mean, with this many units in the map, I think they should make the map bigger. Definitely, it's horrific for me. I mean, I was just stuck at the red line, just trying to survive. I've got this weaker unit just sort of like trying to mop up, and I suddenly see that, oh my god, there's so many skirmishes around here, maybe I can get in there. And I thought, you know what, actually no, I can't. But this is when I get stuck, actually. I think, oh yeah, that's the unit I was talking about earlier. This is when I got really angry as well. This unit, I mean, I did not want it to die, but because I was getting stuck, I was having movement orders this direction the whole time. This is where it was, yeah. And I lost another unit because they were getting stuck on routing infantry, and I couldn't just run away from them. So I'm just like, you know what, that's gone. I'm just going to start moving away again. That's what that unit was there. I was wondering where that had gone, that moment in time where I remember the infantrymen were just extremely annoying. So I really shouldn't be using my general in case the same thing happens to him and they just get close enough. So I just get a quick charge in here, just to weaken them down a bit. I mean, it's not really exactly a very good charge, which I find a bit. Oh, now they charge, but it just weakened the whole unit down quite a bit, so that if I do have to fight them again, they are injured. So that's when, like, you know what, let's just get them out now. And you'll see me pull them back in a second now. I do the same to this side over there, just trying to weaken down a few units at least. So pulling back because I feel like I'm getting worried they're going to get close to if my guys don't pull out very quickly. See what I mean? Every time I get close or I bump into an enemy, I just suddenly have to do an animation against them. So, and I've actually had a fight where I had my general unit pull out, but my actual general was left fighting an infantry guy and he got killed. So I'm a bit worried every time that happens now, but again, there's still so much left. But the good thing is I did get rid of one general. There's still one more general left. So if I do get rid of this one, then it is pretty much going to be game over. But you see, I mean, their morale is pretty low. It's at 22. The general is dead, though. This is a supporting army. Or is that a supporting army? I don't know. But there's still one more general. So there's one army here, which is alright, really. So look. There you go, morale 47. So I did manage to route. Did I route that one, or was that the one? Yes, that one just fully routes from, I think, Whistling and Flame. And this is when I'm like, you know what? If I do that and then I get close enough for them to get my scare effect in range, they do route. There you go, like that. Which you guys could say is kind of like abusing the mechanics of the game a bit, but I mean, what else? What else can I do? I mean, I'm using the stacking ability of the Flaming and Whistling, and then stacking my scare ability on top. They don't always route. I mean, they do now, but I mean, I was lucky. This helped me so much. That's 5 units now, max full units there just routed due to my my stacking of scare abilities into them. Because their general is dead. They're only tier 1, so low morale. I was thinking, okay, is this going to work anymore? Okay, it's still working. And I think this one does route -6 morale, and I get a massive shot there. And I'm just like, oh god, I'm going to get out of there. Lost 4 men. I do route at least one more there. I think this one is, I think it almost routes, or actually I might route. I'm going to try and get one more volley into it, and it does route actually. So I'm 3 morale. No, I don't think it does route. So that was absolutely brilliant for me. That at least it stops there being so many more units in the game. So there's all this. So I'm just, you know what? Let's try and get rid of these units, and I don't think I do in the end. Yeah, I pull out. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units there, which I managed to route. So that's brilliant, absolutely brilliant for me. There's still a lot left though, still a lot left. And I'm running low on ammo, I think, on some units. Yeah, some units did run out. I mean, the good thing is I got 3 units with quite a lot of ammo left. That should be enough ammo to deal with the rest of the army, if I can make it count. So, I'm trying to split up my army again. 24 minutes left on this battle. It is a huge battle, definitely quite a big battle. So if you're still watching, then thank you. So I'm just like, oh wow, his general is over here. I need to take advantage of this now. I mean, there's a weakened unit, and then there's obviously this one pretty strong unit there. But I instantly put it in. I just charge them right into there. I do manage to get most of my unit in there, and I'm just like, oh wow, I think I've got him. And I'm just like, you know, I think it's worth the trade. If I get rid of that general and I lose some horse, some cavalry units, it's definitely gonna help. And I'm like, you know what? I can rear charge this unit. So I go in, I rear charge that one, get rid of that unit as well. I try and scale that one off and try and get a rear charge on this one. This unit is absolutely decimating my. It doesn't look like it is, but it's on mirrors. It's some 6 kills, which is still a lot for a cavalry unit to drop, and I'm being shot. I do charge that one. That is completely routed. This should start. It should completely rout any second now. So I pull one unit out. So I'm trying to go up there and to get rid of all that range from shooting me in the back. So I do lose that unit there. It's getting really dodgy now, and I'm thinking, you know what? I don't think I can bring that one down. So I've got this unit because it's got nice speed, and I'm just like, you know what? Maybe I can just charge in this. So I get a nice charge. I catch two units. And that unit's just running in there. I think I try and pull that one out, or do I leave it? I don't actually remember. I think I might leave it, left it in. No, I pull it out. Okay. Luckily, I didn't lose too much, but you can see as soon as you pull it, if you charge it and you pull it out, they just instantly like die. That one is now fully routed. That general. That's a unit that I was in the combat with, and he actually survived. This one I'm just like going crazy with around here, just trying to do as much damage to the enemy ranged, trying to dodge some missiles, and the amount of damage I take doing that though. But I mean, it kind of paid off, at least keeping most of my army alive there. I mean, I do lose so much men. Look at all that. That's all from that Hunnic horse that's being shot in the back. So the range did cause a lot of damage. You can see now the range kills racking up. 23. This one's on 34. 14, and even the small, this really small one of 18 men is on 1 kill, and 16 there. What about these ones? They're on 10. So these ones did actually they didn't fully rout. They just keep routing and coming back like that. This one I'm just trying to kill off this general, because I don't understand. Because I mean, some battles there's multiple generals and it says, oh, you've killed a general, you killed another general, and then it's just like. And this one I think it only showed up once. So these two are isolated, so I'm like, you know what, I need to get rid of these two now. Any little bit helps, so I get rid of them. I mean, there's a lancer and there's a Hunnic horse which I used, which is a bit injured, so I thought, you know, why not? And I thought, you know, the debuff is gone. I split these 2 into each one, and that should fully rout them now. There you go. That one is routing. Well, it's not routing; it's wavering. And even my unit here actually, I think, routs. I don't remember. I think it does though. This unit does start going down quite quickly. The thing is, it's the morale effect, which is what's so useful. There you go. It routs. It had a lot of men left. You guys might think that's a bit silly, but I think that's just what happens, man. I mean, I had a big discussion about this yesterday during the stream. I think units. If you got shot by whistling and flaming shot and then surrounded by cavalry, it's going to be difficult for you to do anything. Especially when the Lancer cavalry charges from every single direction, like that. And you're going to see this. Just look at how many men. It's instantly just lost so much men. I'm losing a lot of guys here to range. Not a lot of guys, but I'm losing men to ranged anyway. Using this Hunnic Lancer to try and scare off the enemy ranged units. Yeah, and I think I actually do lose one more unit there, but it's okay. So I've got one more unit here, which is sort of broken off the pack, you could say. And I'm just like, you know what? Is there any need for me to shoot this unit? And I don't think I do. I just charge it, and this unit's getting shot in the back. So I just charge this also in the back and everything as well. It's a huge charge, and then the Hunnic horse archers going in as well. It is right. I mean, like you see, my army is from what was a strong force is now gone down to half its strength. Even is definitely losing a lot of men here. You can see even my count goes down. In every charge, I do lose some men as well. So 472 against 2,839 now. I mean, the good thing was that the map was so open for me, which is brilliant. I mean, I've had maps where there's been a tiny bit of forest areas where it's like you could definitely see units in there, but I could literally be in front of the forest and literally like 2 meters away from this unit, and I just wouldn't be able to see them. And I was like, this one map where I was, it looked like it'd be quite a nice map because it wasn't that much forest, but like the smallest part of like these like woodland sort of forest areas, and I was just running into units, like literally just running into them, and I was just like, what the hell? So now that I've got rid of both generals, I'm just like, oh my god, you know what, this is actually going to work now. I think I might have won this. So these guys, they're just getting absolutely shredded, but I thought, you know what, I just routed 5 units in doing that, and then that actually, I think they do run, but they come back. And this is where I'm taking advantage of the morale debuff system, where my scare effect and the whistling and flaming shot goes in. So it's a huge amount of units running away here because their general has been killed. You could think that they're going to try and fight on. They've got a huge amount of men left, but because these are pretty much like the peasant units for Rome. I do get caught here, unfortunately, and I think just charge that unit with a. I mean that unit just got absolutely demolished. Look at that. How many men are standing up? There was 3 men standing up in that unit after that charge. Now this is where it suddenly becomes a bit easier. And I'm thinking, you know what, I think I've done this, but I mean, I've taken so much casualties in all my units, especially my best units, which are probably my Hunnic horse archers. I mean, the lancers are absolutely brilliant, don't get me wrong, but the Hunnic horse archers are what have been winning me all my fights, really. So, I've got my, this unit here, it's a Palatina Guards. That is a general unit, though, but it isn't classed as a general in this fight. I think that could just be from either a garrison or something, I'm not really sure. And we can see I've completely just this scare effect has completely got rid of these huge armies. I mean, oh my god, how can I get out of here that much? That's ridiculous. It's kind of cool though. So these guys are just running away, absolutely demoralised. And where's that? So this unit runs away, and it could probably come back in a second again. I've got one unit off right here. I think I do charge that. Yeah, I'm going to go into it right now. It should be quite a nice charge. My units are quite tired now, though. This is a pretty weak unit, though. I think everyone who plays it online or something will know that these guys are pretty actually the weakest infantry you can get. So that's why they're just like instantly routing. I'm trying to get rid of their range now. I mean, I don't think they've got much ammunition left, but I thought, you know, any units to get rid of would be good. So now I'm trying to use my obviously the scare effect again, and the combination of whistling and flaming shot, which I definitely recommend using in a legendary campaign. It's extremely useful. I have had battles which have been a lot more intense than this due to a lot of micromanaging having to be involved. But just the sheer numbers on this is why I'm uploading it to YouTube. It was just insane to be able to actually be able to do this. But yeah, I mean, I'm just like, you know what, they're not routing. I don't know why they're not. So I'm just thinking I'm gonna get something with scare, and I realise my chieftain actually hasn't even got scare. So I pull him back, and I'm just like, oh my god, he just took a javelin throw, and I'm just like, oh no. What if that was my general? Because that was a huge mistake. Because man, it's just that was another mistake I made there. I mean, there was no need for me to do that, even lose any men there. So I see a couple of units here. So I'm starting to move my lancers over here. I mean, I can get rid of them with lance charges now. I mean, this unit here is an 18 morale, and that's on a 25. So I'm doing all that sort of stuff, trying to keep these units from catching up with me. My exhausted units here, they're only tired and active. So I mean, it's still a bit dodgy though, because I mean, I haven't really got that much left, and they've got a lot of units still left. and he just saw me using my whistling a flaming shot, and it was not working. I have had it though with a 20 stack army. Once I kill the enemy general, I actually managed to, there you go, not paying attention on this side, I get caught, but just in time, I pull out. I have had it where I kill the enemy general, and the enemy units are so spread out in the map that they all just waver and instantly like rout, which has saved me a few times as well. But it's just a micromanaging to get to the general sometimes, which takes a while. Like, as you saw here, it took a long time to do. But the battle's nearly over, guys. I mean, it's still quite a difficult fight to do though, to actually get rid of all these units. Luckily, a charge does do a lot of damage with my lancers here. My Heinrich lancers just waiting to charge in, and I pull them back slightly. And I've got a lance charge there. These two I'm going to probably charge in as well. So you got I now come in here. So the guy is just like, oh my god, which direction am I going to attack? And I haven't been able to brace properly for it. I charge in the rear. I cancelled that charge, and I think I go back in and charge again. So I fake charged with one unit and got a rear charge in, and then charged downhill in the secondary, and that was the absolute finishing blow. And it's gone. And I've got time to leave them in there, try and get a few more kills. So I'm still baiting off all the rest of the units with my main fortress here. You know, I took so many casualties in that fight, and I was actually surprised how long I survived in this campaign due to this tactic. Like I said, I do stream my campaign every day now. I'm enjoying it a lot, and I have managed to get rid of my tributary state. After all, it's broken its alliance with me, I think 3 times now. So I thought that enough is enough, and I just razed it to the ground. I did betray it though. I used it to replenish my army after I liberated it again, and then I just razed it down, and I've got a nice army left. So we're gonna, I think actually I'll be starting off with a fight again. I'm literally every turn's a fight for me pretty much, and not just one, multiple fights. So you see this unit here on 1 ammunition. I think the thing is, I can see the stats of the units this thing in the legendary campaign, which is quite interesting, but I can't actually see the general shaken. I can't see that stuff. I can't see the active or moving fast. All I can see is this, and I think I don't think I can even see that. If I'm correct, I don't actually remember. So you can see me. I've split up my army quite a bit now. I thought, you know what? I think it's time to really try and spread out those units. The range haven't got much ammo. I can risk spreading out my units quite in small groups. There's a nice big divide happening now between the two segments here. So I'm like, oh my gosh, you know what? That is right there. I might be able to get that. It's got some ammo left as well, so trying to get rid of that would be great. I've got this unit. I think I was just trying to scale or just stop these units from doing anything. I do get that. So I just charge in here. A really nice downhill charge from me, and I instantly pull out. I knock them all over, and I do take a javelin throw or a dart throw, you could say, from these guys. I do lose a 3, but I just insta-route that one. That was just an absolutely lovely charge for me. I probably didn't need to use all 3 though. One probably would have been enough, but you never know. So that was a really nice charge. I think I lost a couple. No, I think just one, and the unit got thrown right off. So I see this unit here, and I'm like, oh my god, you know what? I can just bring these 2 over here. So I'm trying to get rid of this unit now, using the rest of my army just to bait enemy units away. So the same thing. I mean, this is still quite far away, these units, and I think I do a whistling and flaming shot on it, because I thought, you know, this is quite a good unit here compared to the spear units. This is going to be a bit better. It's wavering instantly, and I think it actually routes as soon as I touch him. There you go. There you go. It's routed. So it's still a lot of micromanaging. I mean, it might not be that much. This micromanaging isn't really that important now. I mean, I just run them around, like, as long as they're out of range enough for me to think, to really like try and calculate in my head how close these guys are going to get to them, which I normally am capable to do, capable of doing. So I'm putting these guys away by here and stuff. I always just pop up like that, and always look around like this as well when I'm doing the actual battles. So I've caught these guys off in the middle. So there you go, I'm just charging that unit there. That unit just break though. You got these guys charging over here. These are just Hunnic Horse Archers again. They do a lot of damage. And I think I got lucky here actually. I should have probably used the Whistling and Flaming Shot combo. I think this one routes first, so that one doesn't actually route. And once this one routes, I'm thinking, oh my god, I think I made a mistake. I should have used my Whistling Flaming Shot combo. And I instantly pull these guys up. They do start routing there, and I think that extra couple of units going in there, I do just scare them a bit and get rid of them. And I think I do actually lose that unit. Got 2 wavering there, so another mistake at the end, just trying to hurry things up. And I think I actually want, yeah, they do waver and they actually route, but I don't think they fully route. Look at that, 3 units just from 1 unit there. So I really should have used my Whistling Flame Shot. They're still pretty deadly, these units. I've still got those units that are coming here. So the units that are over there, I brought them round and over here now, and these 2 units I'm going to finish off. Just going to absolutely demolish that unit now. I think that's actually a really nice charge. Let's get into like cinematic mode here. Get a really nice. Look, they're just charging straight towards Hunnic Lance. I mean, who would do that? Here they come, and bam! That is absolutely demolishing, and it just. I mean, oh my god. Destroyed that unit instantly. I'm trying to get this unit here now, you know, just trying to surround them as well. You see they're going into this formation. This is good because it's bracing. That means most of them won't get killed on the charge. There's quite a few will survive, but because I'm surrounding them, they don't know which way to face, and then all of a sudden, you know, every angle, just charging in every single angle, and even uphill charges will do some damage, and then they just get absolutely sandwiched. Look at that line in the middle, the only ones left standing in a thin line, and I think they're just gone, yeah. So there's 2 armies left, well, armies, there's 2 blobs left now. Balance bar still in their favour. 321 of my men are remaining in this fight against 1,387. So there's still a fair force left, and as you see, the attrition of losing men in every charge is starting to really weaken my force. So you can see how effective this tactic is against even like a 120 stack or 220 stacks, but against 320 stacks, it starts really to hurt your army. And considering I'm fighting constantly, every turn there's almost been at least 2 to 3, maybe even 4 20 stacks, and maybe not fighting all at the same time or individually. Sometimes there'll be two at a time, but they do a lot of attrition. But because I get to replenish my force after each battle, it is alright. So here I'm just like, you know what, I'm just going to do some Whistling and Flaming Arrow shots in here, and I'm just going to absolutely just YOLO charge this entire segment, I think. If I'm correct, I think it is. Yeah, it should be anyway. I do catch the most important units off with it though, so that one just goes in. There you go, I'm just charging in like crazy now. They are wavering, so I get a nice lance charge there, and then a charge over the Hunnic Horse. I'm just breaking this up. And I just suddenly go, you know what, let's just charge into these. They're wavering now already. They're losing way too much men. Charging their back breaks up their formation. And here goes another charge. Uphill charges aren't great, so I pull out of that just to hold them in place a little bit while I finish up these guys. I get this one to reform there, and I mean I'm getting a few stuck there, but I mean a few units are going to help. I pull those ones out. A nice downhill charge into the back of the enemy units here. Get into both of them as well. Just absolutely demolished them. Another sandwich right there. So I finished up this area so easily. And it really did a lot of damage that as well. Just to clear it up so quickly like that was really useful for me, so I can actually just deal with the remaining units even quicker. You see, I haven't got much ammunition count. I mean, I've got ammunition on my lances, but I always forget to use it once I take it off fire at will, or if I don't have them. I mean, because you can use. I think they have 2 shots, and they are archers, so they can use Whistling, Flaming, and Heavy Shot or Standard, which can actually help as well in this. Look at that. I'm still wavering on these guys here. I mean, it doesn't look. I mean, my units, considering I've been fighting 320 stacks, I haven't actually got that many kills on each one. But it's because so many of them I've just been able to scare them off, like, you know, a charge, and then the whole unit doesn't always die, but the morale shock, they just run away. So that's also another reason why I haven't got that many kills in this fight. And there was actually one pretty strong army left. If I'm correct, actually, it was kind of annoying, but It was alright. So in this group I just do whistling and flaming shot. I think these guys shoot their whistling shot any second now. I think, do they? I don't remember. Maybe not that one. Oh yeah, whistling here, flaming shot there, and I'm hitting pretty much all of them. They're almost instant routing now already. They've lost far too much of their men. The balance bar in my favour almost instantly after defeating that army there. I've actually got, this is the first time in this fight I've had more men. So I've got 15 more men than them now. I'm just like, oh yeah, I can't believe I actually won this fight. Because I thought there was very little I could really do in that. I mean, I had to use the border just to try and run around the whole time, just wear them down. The time, I mean, I could have just ran away the entire time, but to actually sit down and fight this was pretty difficult actually in the end. I mean, it looks really. I mean, it might look quite easy, and I can believe that some people out there will be able to do this even better than I did. I made quite a few mistakes in that, but I can honestly tell you that it is difficult fighting 320 stacks with an army that isn't even a full stack, even when you call their generals and all that stuff. And even though it's on legendary AI, they still get buffs. And I mean, you can see how much guys I've lost, even in the charging and all that. So I'm just like, this is it. I was sort of like just saying, I'm not going to leave anyone alive out of this little blob here. I'm going to kill every single one. So what I could have actually done was send a couple, at least like my weak units to mop up as much as possible. But these last units I did actually mop up quite well anyway. So I split up my my army a bit to try and surround them. There's no ammunition left on these guys. There's obviously ammo left on these ones, but they're going to have such low morale. I mean, 22 morale, one's on 17 due to casualties, and I'm just running around. I think this one actually runs away, and I'm like, oh my gosh, are you serious? I get a whistling and flaming shot combo in as well. I only get it on the spear unit, but I think I just destroyed this unit as well. There you go. I'm just like, okay, I've gone in. I try to get this one before it loses its effects. I'm charging in just everywhere I possibly can, and I think that's just another mass rout really in the end. This unit actually started a bit longer, but I got him eventually. And that was it. That was literally all of the fight there. And basically, I just run down the rest of the enemies, and there's literally just 2 minutes left on the clock, managing to win it in that 1 hour, under an hour there as well. So I'm really sorry for the very long video, but people did ask me to upload this. It is quite an effective tactic there, getting rid of the generals, using your scare and stacking stacking those abilities for morale debuffs. And it's just me mopping up now. That's about it really. You can see I haven't really got much left of my army. I mean, I think some units did run away. I got 280, 89, so I had 315 at the start. So I lost, even just doing that, killing those, I did actually lose a few. So yeah, my army just gets weathered down by attrition in you know, charging and all that stuff. Unfortunately, it does do some damage. So I'm just running these guys up, trying to get as many kills on these guys as possible. I've got the rapid advance. They do get pretty quick. They're really fast, these guys. And that's basically it, really. I mean, you can see now. I think if it shows the actual stats, I don't think it does. Does it? Unfortunately, it doesn't. But as you saw, there was it's absolutely huge army to deal with there. But like I said, I do live stream every day, and if you want to see more battles like that, there are some very interesting fights actually I've come across. There haven't been as many units as that. I have had some pretty cool fights, I'll say, as well. So please come along to my Twitch channel and watch. I think you'll really enjoy your company there, everyone. So that was the fight. That's how to use the Huns. So I hope you enjoy the video, you guys. Yeah. So hopefully I'll see you on my next stream.